Good morning. It's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another edition of Pre-Market Commentary. Today is Monday, 18th November 2024. I hope you all had a wonderful long weekend. The bulls must have been very jittery when they saw for 2 days in a row the US markets fell significantly. But there was also a ray of hope when CLSA fear and greed index they moved on from being fearful of Indian market to uh, greedy Indian market. They said the China trade is over and they want to come back to India. So did Goldman Sachs say, and there is some talk of some Moody's also talking about looking at India more benignly because of a significant correction which we have seen in the last 1.5 months as far as the Nifty and Bank Nifty are concerned. But actually, if you look at it, the broader market has been dropping from July 15th. So you had a 3 months correction, or September, 4 months correction actually. So I think one can expect some pullback, however small it may be, as we speak today. So the bulls also may be looking for something called what I people call as the Nirmala Candle. And what is this Nirmala Candle? We shall discuss. I'm concentrating primarily on the Nirmala Candle in this episode. So the Nirmala Candle came into existence in somewhere in September 2019, soon after Modi government came back to power. The second time around, the euphoria did not last and the market fell off about 11% from the highs. This was between June of 2019 to around September. So there was a lot of gloom and doom, and Nirmala Sitharaman's first budget had not been received well, and so they expected that it will continue, and things were looking very bad. 11% drop, and then you see if you look at it, it was down to somewhere to around September 18. So 1 year lows. We were hitting 1 year lows when the Nirmala candle appeared for the first time. This is the time when Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman came up and made an unexpected announcement where they cut corporate tax significantly. So the market was very bearish, yet the RSI was not that bad actually. It was around 50 at that point of time, 52 points. Daily RSI, sorry, this is weekly RSI, sorry. And all of a sudden, the market shot up about 4.7% in a single day, and that week it went up by about 6.5%. So here was the birth of what is called the Nirmala candle. So that is September 2019. Then a similar incident happened in 2022, just before the budget. There were quite a bit of nervousness because one expected the budget to be very harsh, and generally commentators were all very bearish going into the budget, and the Nifty had fallen about 5.5%. And the budget again, turned out to be somewhat of a big surprise. And actually, nothing much happened in the budget. But then, because the market was so oversold going into the budget, even though the RSI was above 70 on the weekly RSI, and the budget not great, but nothing bad. So nothing bad took up the market in that week by about 10%. So that was the power of the Nirmala candle for the second time. Now where are we? We are sitting here around a drop of about 11% from the highs. Sorry, here. Yeah. So here we are for the last 2.5 months. We are seeing a drop in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. That's from September 26 to not 2.5, 6 weeks. And now we are at a drop of 11%. Again, it has broken all support levels. So if we go back to where we were in June when the big rally took place. So everybody is expecting a 22,000 it to reach 22,000 shortly, and maybe even break the 21,000 low. So these people who have been prognosticating have been successful all time in the last few weeks. So obviously they are in the winning camp, and I expect that the short sellers would have made good amount of money. The bulls, if you have sold somewhere in September, early September, then also you would have been sitting in a lot of amount of cash. So today we again have the gloom and doom, which is reminiscent of September of 2019, and to some extent reminiscent of the January end of 2021. Now, I don't know whether today's speech by Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman in the CNBC banking conclave, which is scheduled today and tomorrow, I don't know when she will come. Probably she'll be the keynote speaker, and whether that will ignite the market and make it a green candle, which is what bulls must be hoping and praying, because the conditions are right, or whether it will become a big red candle when she will not announce anything new, and that's what the bears are hoping and praying for. And they're very confident. Actually, the bears are more confident of reaching 22 and 21,000, whereas the bulls are, praying, hoping against hope. And hope is not a strategy. They know that, but we have to wait and watch as to what the FM has got to say, if at all anything, if she says anything of importance. So if you look at just the technical patterns, the technical patterns indicate extremely highly oversold on the dailies. There is a triple RSI in triple positive divergence RSI in many stocks, including Reliance, HDFC Bank, and the heavy index heavyweights. The broader market is struggling. Of course, there are many stocks there, which in my opinion, even at these levels, are highly overvalued. And sooner or later, they'll find their true value, which may be even 30% lower from where we are today. So there are clearly two markets. The large cap market is highly oversold, and some of the stocks have come to value for a value investor, buying around Reliance at these levels, or HDFC, or pharma stocks. They're looking interesting. So I am cautiously bullish as usual, not overtly bullish, but I expect things to be good as we go along. So let's wait and watch what Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman is going to say, and let's hope it is something positive. And so here I end. And whatever you do, I hope you are successful. Thank you for me.